What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, and today is going to be more of a sit down chatty one-on-one video instead of my usual vlogs. And by the title of the video, you can see I'm going to be talking all about why I decided not to walk for my undergraduate graduation. First of all, let me say I recently, like literally a week ago, graduated from Texas Southern University. It's my shirt. I was part of the College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences department, and I graduated with a bachelor's in nutritional science and dietetics, and I didn't go to graduation. I didn't, and it was a decision that I made probably a month, maybe 2 months before graduation even happened. Like, I believe I made the decision around midterms of this past semester. I was so overwhelmed, so tired, so just like, I was just overstimulated. I was tired. I was ready to be done. And all of these to-do things that you have to do for graduation, like ordering your cap and gown package and doing this ceremony and that ceremony, especially when you're in the College of Pharmacy, they do have, well, I can't speak to other departments because I don't know, but in the College of Pharmacy, they do have a lot of other additional ceremonies, like your white coat ceremony or your hooding ceremony, or just things like that to commemorate specifically medical or healthcare students. So it was a lot to do, and it was so overwhelming to me that I just was like, I can't do it. I cannot do it. And I took that decision very seriously, and I asked a lot of people their opinion on me not graduating, and overwhelmingly, a lot of people said, you're going to regret it and you're going to miss out, and you're gonna think back at this time and all this type of stuff, and just go. I got a lot of like, it's for your family, like they want to celebrate you and things like that. And a lot of the common things that I was told, I wanted to break down and kind of explain on this channel my logic for the decision that I made not to walk in my graduation. One, to help somebody if they're trying to make this same decision. I know by the time this video comes out, it'll be over the summer, but you know, people are graduating all the time. So if this is a dilemma that you are kind of experiencing, maybe you can, you know, have value from this video or whatever. I'm not really sure. I just wanted to make this video because it kind of just wraps up my entire like undergraduate phase of my life, is kind of addressing here on my YouTube channel why I didn't decide to like officially close it and there wasn't this big celebration and all that kind of stuff. Like, I just kind of wanted to address it because it's gonna be weird, like going from finals vlogs to just like, hey, I'm at my new internship, and not talk about graduation. So that is why I am making this video. Okay, so the biggest reason why I didn't want to go to graduation, like I said, was because it was extra things on my plate to do, and I was already overwhelmed. I was always stressed. You guys know I've been battling with some mental health issues that I've talked on my channel. It was just too much, and I couldn't imagine doing, you know, X, Y, and Z ceremony. I couldn't imagine going to rehearsals. I couldn't imagine. It was just so. It was too much, so I didn't, and that ended up being the best situation for me. Like, I contemplated it, like I said, for about a month straight. Like, I was really thinking about it, and then once I made the decision, because I believe I had to make a decision like that week, because that's when the order for your cap and gown was due. And so I had to make a decision. And as soon as I said, I'm not going, a huge relief. It was such a sigh of relief to not have that on my plate, not to have to think about it or whatever, ignore all of the graduation emails, like all of that kind of stuff. It was such a relief. And I knew when I said I am not going, that I felt more at peace, and I knew that was the right decision for me. Okay, so the biggest dilemma that I had making this decision was obviously my family. My dad really wanted to go, my sister really wanted to go. Like, everybody was just super happy about me graduating and all that kind of stuff, and how hard I've been working and blah, 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 blah. And telling my family that I wasn't going to graduation or wasn't going to walk gave me extreme anxiety, because I did feel like I owed it to my parents. They helped me a lot through this whole process of graduating. Like, obviously, like my parents really were in my corner, and I wanted to, give back to them by like seeing me walk the stage and all that kind of stuff. And the more and more I thought about it, the only pressure that came was from my need to please them, and it became so, and mind you, I didn't even talk to my parents about this. Like, I was gonna keep this a secret. I was so afraid to bring it up and all that kind of stuff. And the pressure that I put on myself to please my parents when I didn't even talk to them was so overwhelming that I was like, Brooke, you're doing this to yourself. Like, you're going around in your head and you're overthinking so much that why don't you just talk to your parents? And a lot of my close friends, close family members that are like extended family members said, just talk to your parents and see what they think. And I thought they were gonna overreact. I thought they were gonna be really upset, and I thought they were gonna be mad at me and all that kind of stuff. And one day I was so stressed and so overwhelmed, and I remember my dad calling me, and I was just like, I have to tell him. So I told him, and he took it well. Like, I could tell that he was disappointed, but he knew that I was struggling this semester. He knew that, like, it was really hard on, like, I was overwhelmed. Like I said, he knew all of this, and he was just like, I knew he was disappointed, but at the same time, like, I knew that I had the support of him and me making this decision. So, same with my mom. Honestly, same with everybody that, like, I really knew, that I said I didn't want to graduate. They were like, like, I want you to have this experience, but at the same time, like, I'm support your decision. It meant a lot to me. And if I could say anything, any piece of advice, if you guys are making this decision of how to tell people that you don't want to walk, people that love you and support you and like really wanted this moment for you, just know it's not going to be as bad. Like, what you're thinking in your head is going to happen is the worst thing that's going to happen. It usually doesn't pan out that way. So just come to them with a good understanding and a good reasoning why you don't want to go, and explain to them as best and articulately as you can, and all of the things that you're racking up in your brain. It's not going to be that bad. That's my number one thing. Like, it wasn't that bad when I told my parents, when I told anybody that I didn't want to walk, that it ended up being okay. It ended up being pretty good. And this is something, so the next thing that I want to talk about is something that, like, I haven't really said out loud. I maybe said it to my best friend, and it was like a quick thing, and I felt so guilty for saying it, but this is how I feel. My last semester at TSU, I don't know if it was like on my end or on the school's end, or probably a mix of both. I just didn't have the best experience my last semester. Like, it was just a little disorganized. Like, communication was off between either me and professors or me and like administration and things like that. Like, it left a sour taste in my mouth. And even though I'm extremely grateful for my time and experience at TSU, I think as like an African-American student going to an HBCU, especially when I went to a predominantly white high school, I loved my experience, and it did fill me with so much joy. But at the same time, like, there was just some things that, like, at the end, when I was also like really stressed and really struggling and had a lot going on, then I was also like plagued with these administration bureaucratic issues that was going on between me and the school. And I know talking to any type of department at any university can sometimes be a headache and things like that. So I completely understand. But at that point, I was just like, I'm done with trying to deal with things that I don't have to deal with if I just don't go, you know? So that was another thing, if that even makes sense. Like I felt a little bit resentful towards the department of in my last semester. Great department, love all my professors, they're great, wonderful people. I think that it was just a perfect storm of like things just not working out, that I was just over it. I was over trying. So I was like, I'm not participating in graduation. So that was another reason why. Like I said, I would still absolutely go back to TSU. TSU is a great university. The professors are great, and like everybody, they do care. It's just some of the systems are just, I don't know how to explain it. And the biggest reason why I decided not to walk for graduation is the reason why I tell most people is because I don't feel done. Like I don't feel like my higher education journey is over, because I'm literally going back to school to get my master's degree in the fall. So I don't feel like, yay, hooray, you're done with school. I'm like, no, this is just another summer break and I have to go start back. So I just didn't feel like celebrating. I didn't feel like, and honestly, your master's program and your internship and all that kind of stuff is like way more important and way more and critical and more intense and things like that. And I just didn't feel the accomplishment yet, because I knew I had another step to go. So I didn't feel like celebrating. A lot of people were throwing, oh, you have to celebrate. I'm like, I know that sounds a little bit pessimistic, and I do appreciate that I did graduate my undergraduate, but at the same time, when you're stressed from finals and projects and presentations and all that kind of stuff, and then you are also like filling out forms to go to your master's degree and you feel like it's never ending, you get pessimistic and you get a little sour and you get a little like, I was just so drained that I didn't know how to celebrate this accomplishment, which didn't feel like it was ending. So if that makes sense, I wasn't in the mood to celebrate. So that was another reason why. And something that I want to like dive deeper on that I did touch base on was my mental health and where I was in this space. I was and still am in a depressed era where like sometimes I'm good, most of the time I'm bad, but like I'm just going through depression right now, and I didn't have the energy. And one of the symptoms of depression is like you don't have desire or passion to do the things that you once had the desire and passion to do. And that was completely it. Like I had no desire to walk for graduation. I had no desire to do that. So I was just like, not for me. I need to conserve the energy that I have, the low amount of energy that I do have for like things that I actually care about. And I didn't feel the relevance of walking for graduation. Like if I'm gonna graduate, just send it to me in the mail and that'll be it. So it was just something that I knew was going to be good for my mental health, because I knew it was going to be stressful for me, whether it was good or bad. Like I was like thinking of the worst case scenario on graduation day and then the best case scenario on graduation day, and both options were still overwhelming to me, and still it was too chaotic for me in my brain, because my brain was already really chaotic. So it was just too much. And the next thing I will say, on graduation day, it was a Saturday, it was last Saturday, I was in bed, and I think I woke up without an alarm, just woke up, on graduation day, because I was gonna celebrate by like just laying out and doing whatever the heck I wanted to do. It was 8:30. I remember it was 8:30 when I woke up, and I'm in a group chat of all of the other seniors in my department that are graduating, and they're texting me, where are you guys meeting? Like, we're lining up right now in this building, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's 8:30. It's 8:30. Can you imagine? Like, I would have to get up probably at like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning if I wanted to get ready and do my hair, makeup, glam, all that kind of stuff, which of course I would have to do. Like, if I was going to go to graduation, I was going to go all out, and like I was going to be known and be seen. But as I always do for events and stuff like that. But I was like, it's 8:30. I am just awakening from my slumber, very relaxed, and you guys are all already there. Like, I would have not been in the mood to also get ready and stuff like that and then be social with my family. I don't know, if you have depression, like, planning to be social with people when you're depressed is like, it is a feat in itself. Like, that is craziness to me in my brain, because I was like, there's no way I could have gotten through the day if you guys had to line up at 8:30 in the morning. I don't know, it was just too much. That's the kind of the purpose, the synopsis of this video. It was too much, so I decided not to go. It was too much, so I decided not to go. If that is remotely what you're feeling when graduation rolls around, just say that. Just say that. And it will be wonderful and splendid. And it will be wonderful because you did yourself a service, and that is self-care. That is more self-care than any type of bubble bath or whatever you can find at Sephora. Making decisions that protect your health in any capacity is self-care. So my self-care was saying, I'm not going to graduation. Family, please stay where you are. No need to buy flights, no need to buy tickets, no need to buy anything. The money that you would have spent to come and celebrate graduation with me, you can just send me. You can just send me, you know? So like, that was kind of my energy, and I'm very happy for it. So kind of just wanted to wrap up this video by saying, it took me quite a while to come to a decision and really think this through, because I think it is a really big decision. And I asked a lot of people for advice. I asked a lot of people, and because I didn't trust my instinct, you know, and that's something that go along with my mental health struggle. Like, I can't trust my instinct right now, and I try to find what's my instinct and what's like noise. So it was a lot of weeding through, but historically, if ever I make a big life decision, historically, I will think about it for a long, long time until one day I just know it in my gut. And it's just like, and it happens in an instant. It happens very, very quickly. And I'm just like, I know exactly what I need to do. Don't need anybody else's advice. And once that like clicks in my brain, I tune out everybody else's opinion. And I'm just like, nope, this is what I'm gonna do. I don't care to justify it to you anymore. This is the decision. If you don't like it, I don't care, because it's the best thing for me. And it took me a long time to get to that point for this decision process. Usually it only takes me a few days. It took me almost 2 months to come to that conclusion, but it did come, and I do feel very grateful and very proud of my decision that I made to not walk for graduation. My advice is literally do what is the best thing for you. And I know that is, like, if you're just like me, I'm like, I don't know what the best thing for me is, it will come. It will come. So don't make any rash decisions. Don't book any flights. Don't tell anybody to come. Don't like pick out cap and gowns until you've really spent the time with yourself, really thinking about it. Because up until my decision, that's all I could think about. It's literally all I could think about. And I'm happy with my decision. And graduation is supposed to be something really, really special, and a memory that I feel like a lot of people, I do want that, but I knew that that special day, it wasn't going to happen with the frame of mind that I had at the time. I don't think I would have appreciated it. Dare to say I probably would have sabotaged it and made it a nightmare, probably for myself, not for other people, but for myself. I would internalize something to make the day bad for me. That's just when I am not making decisions that I want to for me personally. And it just wasn't in the cards. And I'm very happy with my decision. Hopefully I will be graduating and walking the stage when I get my master's degree, but that's a long road away. If I have to make a similar decision when that time comes, and then I will make it for myself because I'm protecting myself. And I think that's what you should do when you make this decision. So that is going to be it for this video. If you've had similar experiences not walking or contemplating this decision and you did walk, just let me know in the comments below. I love talking to people about their stories, and everybody's story is so different. But I'm going to end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and comment down below any of your experiences. Like I said, follow me on Instagram, all that kind of stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.